I'm Allie, Christian health and fitness coach and the founder of Cross Training Women, where I help women transform their body and health biblically so that they can live fully and abundantly and carry out their God-given purpose. If you're tuning in today, you're probably struggling to lose weight, and you've likely been stuck in the yo-yo dieting cycle for years and years, and you're just frustrated wondering what you're doing wrong. And I've definitely been there myself. I thought I was doing all the right things and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't losing weight. And the reason was because I was believing a lot of myths that are promoted by the diet and food industry. And once I learned the truth about food and nutrition and stopped believing these lies, that's when I was finally able to lose the 20 pounds that I had been trying to lose. And so I'm sharing the 5 myths that kept me from losing weight, and I guarantee one or more of these myths is why you're struggling to lose weight. So the first myth is that exercise is key to weight loss. Now, exercise can certainly help aid in weight loss, but it plays a much smaller role in weight loss than you probably think. In fact, you can lose weight without any exercise. What plays the biggest role in losing weight is your diet. Diet is the most important factor when it comes to your weight. You can never outrun a bad diet. And so I always feel so bad when I see people working out really hard at the gym. Maybe they're posting their post-workout selfies of them like drenched in sweat, knowing that they were working their tail off, doing exercises that they probably hate, when A, it won't lead to the results that they're looking for if they're not focusing on nutrition, and B, they don't need to do these crazy intense workouts that they hate in order to lose weight and optimize their health. If exercise was key to weight loss, I would have, and so many other men and women would have had the best body from working out intensely, but not all of them do. I played D1 soccer at Marquette, and while soccer definitely helped me not put on weight, I'm way leaner and healthier now since changing my diet than I ever was growing up playing soccer nearly 24/7. And I'm sure you've probably experienced that before yourself, where you started working out intensely and you might have gotten some initial good results, especially if you hadn't worked out in months or years, but then your results stalled. And that's because your body adapts, and you're not going to make any further changes to your body unless you change something. And it's a lot harder and more time consuming to have to work out harder and longer and more frequently than it is to just change your diet. So working out more also will make you more hungrier. And if you're not fueling your body with the right foods, it can just become this vicious cycle. So exercise is good, it helps, but it's not the key to weight loss. It's your diet, which leads me to myth number 2, keeping you overweight, is the belief that carbs make you fat. 6 years ago, I believed and said the same thing. I was afraid of carbs. I loved them, but I was afraid to eat them because I was told that your body readily turns sugar into fat and it gets stored in your body. But this could not be further from the truth. Your body does not readily turn sugar into fat. That's a process called de novo lipogenesis, and the human body doesn't do that under normal circumstances since it's a very inefficient process. It costs your body energy. It doesn't want to expend. And so instead, your body uses carbs, glucose, for energy. Carbs are your body's primary and preferred fuel source. And so that's what they're going to use to fuel you. And any excess glucose just gets stored in your muscles and liver in the form of glycogen for readily available energy later, or it just gets burned off as heat. So carbs do not make you fat. What makes carbs fattening is all the fat that's added to them. So take a baked potato, for example. Baked potatoes are naturally very slimming foods. They are low in calories and they only contain 1% fat. So potatoes do not make you fat. It's what people put on them, what they pour on them, that makes them fattening. It's all the cheese, the bacon, the butter, the sour cream, or turning potatoes into chips or fries that are drenched in oil, the most caloric dense food, and deep fried. That's what leads to weight gain. It's not the potato itself. And the same thing goes with things like pizza and donuts and other pastries. Those are all considered carbs, but really just as much of the calories come from fat as they do carbs. So it's not the sugar that's fattening, it's the fat that's added to them. So if you want to lose weight, eat carbs. And I'm not talking about refined processed carbs. I'm talking about the whole unrefined plant. So fruits, potatoes, whole grains, legumes, those types of carbs will make you slim and trim. Okay, myth number 3 is I have to limit my portions and starve myself to lose weight. And I used to believe this myth as well back when I was following a high protein, low carb diet. And as a result, I was hangry all of the time because I tried to limit my calorie intake because I wanted to lose weight, and I was afraid I was going to gain weight if I increased my food intake. And so it was just miserable. But the truth is, you don't have to limit your portions if, and keyword if, you eat whole plant foods, because they are so low in calories. They are the least calorie dense foods on the planet, and they're also the most nutrient dense. And so you don't have to limit your portions. You can legitimately eat more and weigh less. You don't have to go feeling hungry. And that's like one of the best things about a plant-based diet and why it's so enjoyable and sustainable, because you can actually eat a lot of food without worrying about calories or portion control. And it's so freeing. I know for me, I'm a volume eater. I love to eat. And so now I'm able to eat a lot of food and get full and content without worrying about gaining weight. And like I said, it's just so freeing. Another common myth is that you have to increase your protein intake. And the reason why that keeps you overweight is because for a vast majority of people, that's code for I need to eat more meat and eggs and other animal-based products. And I won't get into all of the negative health consequences of that, but weight-wise, these foods are high calorie dense foods, which means that you'll rack up a lot of calories quickly for just a low volume amount of food, which means you'll either remain hungry or you'll overconsume on calories trying to get that feeling of full and content, which prevents you from losing weight. And these foods are also contain a lot of calories from fat, which easily gets stored on your body as fat. So that also makes it harder to lose weight. So no, you don't have to increase your protein intake. You probably need to decrease your protein intake so that you can increase the amount of plants and starches that you consume, which contains all of the protein that your body needs. And then myth number 5 that keeps people overweight is the belief that all calories are equal. So not all calories are equal. Eating 100 calories of broccoli is not the same as eating 100 calories of Oreos. Yes, you're eating 100 calories, but the source of those calories and what they come packaged in are radically different. They're macronutrient makeup. So the ratio to carbs, protein, fat, for example, are not the same. And each macronutrient is broken down, utilized, and stored differently in the body. And they also cost different amounts of energy for your body to break down. And on top of this, plants, unlike animal-based products and refined processed foods, contain fiber, which slows down the breakdown of food and sugar into the bloodstream, which prevents the sugar spike and the crash that results in your body releasing a lot of insulin, which then ushers fat into your cells. Whereas foods like Oreos, they do not have fiber. And so the sugar is quickly released, and then the insulin just ushers the fat calories from the Oreos into your cells. So no, not all calories are the same. And that belief can make it hard to lose weight, not to mention lead to really poor health. So those are the top 5 myths that I see hindering people's weight loss goals all the time. And until you realize and believe the truth and stop believing those 5 myths, you'll continue to struggle with your weight. And so if you're sick and tired of struggling with your weight, constantly yo-yo dieting, or you're over calorie counting and starving yourself to try to lose weight, but you don't know what to do, you don't know how to lose weight in a sustainable, enjoyable way that leads to health and longevity, then I want to invite you to join the last free 5-day biblical body and health workshop of the year. During this workshop, I teach you exactly how to transform your body and health with a biblical approach. So you'll learn how to properly nourish your body so that you can lose weight easily while at the same time optimize your health. And you'll also learn the best workout program to accelerate your results. And it doesn't include spending hours at the gym or doing high intensity, high impact workouts. And you'll learn how to actually start and sustain your transformation so that your results are permanent. So no more yo-yo dieting ever. And during the workshop, I've had women who've applied what they learned lose 2 pounds in that week alone. And I know yesterday I posted a few testimonials of other women who stuck with it, and they've informed me that they've lost 13 pounds, 18 pounds, 26 pounds so far. And those in my coaching program, the women that I coach, a lot of them have lost way more than that. One has lost over 60 pounds. One is gonna probably break 130 pounds after this week, putting her back to basically her wedding day weight. So yes, I know exactly how to help you lose weight. I don't care what your age is, what your genes are, it will work for you. So if you're ready and wanting this life-changing information, join this last free 5-day biblical body and health workshop. It starts November 8th. And it's just a great time to learn so that you can prevent putting even more weight on during this holiday season, putting you even further behind where you want to be. So I know you don't want that. So definitely sign up. I'll put the link in the comments for you to sign up right after this live. But if you have any questions, please let me know. But I look forward to coaching you during that week and sharing the truth about nutrition and health and helping you reach your goals.